Okay, so this week's video isn't going to be your typical video that I've been showing you, but I will show you a little bit of my clips from when I was in Nice this past weekend. It was beautiful. We just had a relaxing beach weekend because this next week is gonna be rough. I'm traveling with my brother soon, so I hope you enjoy. So I'm gonna show you that now. You enjoyed my video. I had a lot of fun with my friends in Nice, and it was so nice to just relax because the past few weekends have been go, 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 and it's just been crazy, but it was nice to just relax for once. But for the rest of this video, I want to talk about differences between living in France and living in the United States. I know I haven't been there that long, but there's a lot of things that I've noticed that are very different between the two. And then also I want to talk about 10 tips for people who want to study abroad and aren't 100% sure yet. So I hope you like it. So first I'm going to talk about the differences. But I first want to point out that just because it's different does not mean that it's bad. There's a lot of things that are different when you're living in another country, and you just have to be optimistic and positive. It's their way of living and you have no right to judge it. So first I want to talk about, which is like the worst thing for me, there's no air conditioning here. It's horrible. That's the only thing where I'm gonna say it's bad, because it's 100 degrees here all the time. And I come home and I'm dying of heat, and all I wanna do is just sit in the AC, but nobody has air conditioning. So it's the one thing I would say. I understand why they don't do it, but at the same time, I just miss AC. So the second thing, another difference, is the Europeans don't really use ice that much. They believe that when you're drinking a cold glass of water before a meal, it's worse for your stomach. So they normally just drink water on tap or like bottled water, and it's usually room temperature or maybe a little bit colder, but they never put ice in their water because apparently it's bad for your stomach. I don't know. Third thing, which is probably my favorite thing, is their meals are a lot different here. In France, their meals are considered a special time to get together with your family or friends or whoever and enjoy your meal. Nobody plays on their phone, nobody watches TV. You just sit, eat, and enjoy each other's company. And normally when you're eating, it's usually a course meal. So you first get like an appetizer, and then you get your entree, and then usually you eat cheese and bread and then dessert after, and then you'll drink like coffee or a tea. But the whole time they dedicate like an hour and a half to 2 hours to eat their meals and just enjoy each other's company and talk about their day, which I think that is amazing. I know back at home I'm used to just, eating really quickly and going and doing something, or like playing on my phone the whole time or watching TV, and being here and actually sitting down and enjoying a meal, I think I really want to continue doing that while I'm back in the United States. And I hope you guys do too, because it's important. It's very important to enjoy people's company. So the fourth thing is eye contact. Here, when you're walking down the street, you usually don't make eye contact and smile at people. That's usually for people who know each other, and they usually consider it weird if you smile and wave at a stranger, because usually that's what you do for your friends. So it's one thing when you're out and about and you make eye contact with someone, they think that you're interested in them, or they think that, oh wait, do I know this person? So it's one thing that's kind of different, because in the United States, I'll just walk down the street and I'm smiling and waving at everybody. But here people are like, oh, that's weird, don't do that. So that's one really distinct difference between living here and there. And number 5, a big difference between France and the US is their homes are considered very private. You have to be invited into a French person's home. They don't just let people come and go as they please. You have to literally be invited into their home. It's considered very rude if you just show up unannounced, or if you show up, I don't know, looking like a slob. But that's just the way that they do it. They consider a home is their private place, and the French love privacy. They prefer to talk amongst themselves, and they prefer to be in their own little close-knit group. While in the US, people just come and go, walking in. Like, I have friends that just barge into my house, and it's no big deal, and I expect people to do that. But here, you have to be invited into someone's home. So those are the differences, the main differences that I noticed. Obviously, there's so many more differences, but these are just the ones that I've been coming and seeing every single day. But now I'm gonna move on to tips. So my first and foremost tip, if you are considering study abroad, just do it. Doesn't matter what you wanna do, just do it. It's amazing. I have had honestly the best 6 weeks of my life here. I've loved every minute of it, and I would recommend this to anybody. It's even coming to X, I love this city so much. Honestly, it's one of my favorite cities. So just please, if you want to study abroad, just do it. Find a way to do it. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what you want to do, just find a way and do it. So the second tip, save money. Plan in advance. That's one thing I'm struggling with right now. As many of you know, once my program ends, I'm traveling with my brother, and I don't think I budgeted well enough, so I'm kind of freaking out right now, but I can figure it out. So you need a budget and plan in advance. Right now, my brother and I are trying to figure out how to take the trains and where we're going and everything, and we're leaving in a few days. So literally plan everything months in advance. It makes it so much easier. And I hope you do it, because traveling is amazing. Which brings me to number 3, travel as much as possible. See whatever you can see. It doesn't matter if it's a local city or if you're going to another country, just travel as much as you can. Every weekend I went somewhere new, and it was amazing. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to go to so many different places while I was here. So it doesn't matter if you're going alone, doesn't matter if you're going with friends, just find a way to see and do as much as you can. Number 4 is probably one of my favorite tips. Immerse yourself into the culture. If you're going to speak a language like I am, speak the language as often and as frequently as you can. I know I have that problem sometimes because it's so much easier to explain something in English, but just force yourself to speak whatever language you are there to speak. It makes it so much easier and so much better for you when you're practicing, because that's what you're there for. Number 6, find a routine. That's one thing that'll make you feel like you are more at home. As soon as I got here, I made a routine for myself, so that way every day I could just get up and do what I needed to do. So for example, every morning I would wake up at 8 or 9 a.m., work out, I would eat breakfast with my roommate, do my homework, and then go to class at 12:30. And every day it was the same thing, and it made it easier and more comfortable for me to have a routine, so I wasn't just running all over the place, didn't know what to do. Number 7, don't forget about your friends and family. So I know it's kind of hard with the time difference for me, but I always try to text my mom or try to text my boyfriend or friends or whatever. I just always try to have some kind of communication with them at least once a day, if not at least once a week. So that way they know you're okay, because trust me, it's scary for them, for you to be in another country. It's just so much easier if you tell people where you're at and what you're doing, and it's a lot safer also. So just don't forget about them. They're still there even if they're not with you. Number 8, I think. And number 8, live at a homestay. If it's possible, live with a family, especially if you're trying to learn a language. And this is another way to immerse yourself in their culture, is by living with someone who lives and breathes their culture. I know I live with just a single host mom, and she is amazing. She has taught me so many things. She's been so helpful with everything, and I'm so grateful to have her. And also my roommate, Gabby, I'm so happy her and I got paired together. Everything has worked out so well. But that's just my one advice. Live with a homestay. It's amazing. And I mean, not everybody gets a great experience like me, but you'll never know until you try. And if it's not good, then you can switch out of it. So just try your best to stay with a family. It's amazing. Number 9, get out of your comfort zone. I'm not saying go run off and get a tattoo or go marry, I don't even know, just don't be stupid, but go out of your comfort zone, even if it's a little bit. This whole trip, I've been telling myself, I can't say no to any foods, because I used to be a super picky eater, especially when it came to vegetables. So this whole time I've been trying new things, trying new foods. I tried pate, and even though I'm not a big fan, I still tried it. I never say no when it comes to trying new things. So then I think that's one thing that's very, very important. So just try as many foods and try as many things as you can, because you're only there maybe once, you never know. But just try everything that you possibly can and get out of your comfort zone. And last but not least, number 10, my favorite one is be positive. That's one thing that people keep telling me, is that I'm a very positive person. I try to just make everything as best as I can, because it's the worst when you're traveling with someone and the whole time they're just talking crap about every little thing. It makes your time worse, it makes their time worse, it makes everybody's time worse. So just be positive. Don't be that negative Nelly always talking crap about everything. Just try to be positive. Whenever things go bad, you'll figure something out, okay? Just try to be as positive and as happy as you can be, because you're only here once. I'm not gonna study abroad again after this, and everything that's happened, I've tried to stay positive. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I just think this topic is very important, especially for people who want to study abroad and aren't too sure, or for people who, I don't know much about the French culture or cultures in general. I don't know, but I hope you enjoy, and my next video will be traveling with my brother. I think it's going to be 2 videos, because we're going to be going to a lot of places, so I don't want to shove everything into one video, but I also don't want to have 10 long videos, you know what I mean? So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!